Hello friends, today I'm going to be doing these 2 Harry Potter Make It Mini potions from Miniverse. Let's get started. So I have a few of these that I got a while ago and I just wasn't in the mood to get on and craft with them. And then something just called to me this week and said, you know what you want to do? You want to make some Harry Potter potions. So I grabbed 2 at random and we're going to find out which ones I got today. So the first thing I have to say is that the packaging and the items themselves, the little decor bits, are really nicely done. They're, they are plastic, which, you expect, but they're really detailed, and I actually think that for the money, each of these capsules was £10 originally, and I think for the money you actually get a decent amount of things. I will be using all of the papers and packaging in my journal, which is wonderful. I get to do some journaling with this as well. And I'm excited to be able to put these potions into my classroom that I did. So this is Hellebore syrup, and I've got gloves on. I got told by a friend of mine who does resin that you should wear gloves. So that's what I was doing, and I had my room where it was all like ventilated and stuff, so we're all good. Everything was being followed. Now I did do 2 different camera angles. This one had this sort of upside down view, and then I checked it afterwards and I wasn't particularly happy with this view, and I ended up changing it round. So do let me know which side you think was the better one. Was capsule 1 the better angle, or is capsule 2 the better angle? Now, this is me pointing out that these little gem, slug, whatever they are things, it's said to put them in the cauldron, but I didn't want them all to sink to the bottom, which, is a possibility with resin. So I decided to just put layers of it in, and it actually worked out really good, because by layering them, I was able to keep some of the resin between the layers a little bit liquidy. So I'm really happy because I got some nice air bubbles in there, and it just makes the whole potion look still like, look at that lovely air bubble you can see. Like, the potion looks liquid, and that's what I wanted. And I love the little orange and yellows. It does kind of look a little bit like a goldfish bowl to me personally, but I had so much fun. And this cute little tie that it had around the neck. I don't know what a key has to do with Hellebore, but we had that. And then this teeny tiny weeny little sticker that I just wrote a very sort of like, I was going to try and write Hellebore syrup, but I just sort of did like a really doctor's handwriting kind of a Hellebore syrup. But I really like it. I think it turned out good. And look at the decor items. That is did they need to give us the box to put the potion vials in? No. Is it absolutely beautiful and just such a nice design piece to have? Yes. And it certainly makes me happy with the money I spent. Now, I also did off camera have a little go at doing a bit of a still thing, and I dripped some of the leftover resin that was in the bottom of the cauldron, and I filled the scoop and had it running down, and at some point I'm going to have those maybe displayed in my potions classroom. Now, this is the second one. I did this a little bit later, and as I say, I changed the camera angle, so do let me know which one you prefer, because I can't decide. They both have their own merits, but it's difficult for me to figure out which one people will like. Now, I've got Leech juice on this one. I was really kind of hoping for a Skelligro. I don't know why. The bottle apparently is really lovely, but This one was lovely. I am so happy with how this one came out. A lot of people probably won't be, so I'm sorry I did this to my tastes. But again, what I did with this one was I ended up sort of pouring the potion into the bottle. Here's me struck. Those candles did not want to go in there. I just want to point that out. I was there for ages trying to get those candles into those stands, and even then they kept falling out. That I wasn't particularly happy with, but they do look lovely when they're in, you know. Maybe I should put a bit of resin or super glue or something on them. But anyway, I digress. What I ended up doing was pouring the resin into that beautiful sort of teardrop bottle, and then rotating it round as I hardened it to try, because there wasn't enough resin in the cauldron to fill the bottle. It only came up about 2/3, and I was like, that doesn't look right. It's too low down in the bottle. I don't like it. So then I tilted it and I rotated and I just held the light on it, and you will see what I'm talking about. I love how it turned out. It's so different. I did not harden it completely, but I did make sure it was all sealed and safe and everything. So this is me realizing, like, I was desperately trying to get as much as I could out, but this is me rotating that bottle and just trying to get some layers in there, trying to get the liquid to look like it was further up the bottle than it was. And there we have it. Look at that. Look at the big air bubbles in there. I love it so much. It looks so nice. Oh, I really like that. I know a lot of people probably be like, it's supposed to be solid. Yes, I agree. And had there been more resin in it, I would have completely solidified it. But I'm not sure why we got less resin in this one. Now, this ribbon stuff with the spider on it, I have to say, was very annoying to work with because it was stretchy, which I was not expecting, but it was stretchy, and it didn't come with a sticker for this one either, so I guess you're just supposed to know that it's leech juice. Why it has a spider on it when it's leech juice, again, I don't know, but it does look really darn good. Yeah, I'm very happy with how that one turned out. It's super sparkly, but it's not too dark. So there we have it. I did another little drippy sort of thing, but I didn't have much resin, so I had to do a very, very small drip. Thank you for watching. Bye!